Everybody, happy Monday. It is time for Let's Talk About Money because it is Monday and we're talking about all things to do with money because that's what we do on Mondays. So if you don't know me, what's up? I'm Badass Boss Jen. I am here to talk about what we always talk about on Mondays, and that has to do with money and financing and all the cool stuff. So that's what we're here to talk about. So I am coming to you live, and so we're going to share some videos today. We're going to talk about some just really cool stuff that I really enjoy to do. Please excuse my chaos. I am really struggling to do my homework and make my phone calls. And so I don't know if anyone else has had issues, but sometimes I do. Side note, amazing book if no one's had it, but I'm going to use it to make my microphone taller. I'm still getting over a cold, so you might hear me cough a little bit. So let's get going on this. If you don't know who I am, my name is Badass Boss Jen. I own a real estate investment company. I am an expert in all things lending because if you need to invest in real estate, you need to know about money. It doesn't take a lot of money. I love doing subject to and creative deals. My whole point is to be able to do that with lots and lots of options. So keep that in mind when you're getting into this I am here to show you guys not only the way you can go into traditional lending, because I will discuss that with people. We do need to know about all the different options of going into real estate investing with a standard, because sometimes just getting a loan from a lender is more cohesive for what you're looking for. But most importantly, I will be going through creative, subject to seller financing, and really, you guys, how do we even get started? What in the world is all this about? Because that's what we're going to back it up to on our Monday talking about money is the beginning. So we are actually at the end of the year in December. I'm going to be doing some goal setting. I've got some numbers behind me. And we're going to be doing how do you know what your goals can be? And in order to know your goals and track your goals, you have to know how to get to your goal, which means how do I know I'm going to spend my time and energy on becoming a real estate investor, a flipper, whatever it is that in your mind, you want to make sure that you are absolutely, understanding what it is that you want to do for number one. Number two, how do you measure that? How do you say, okay, well, I'm going to become a real estate investor. All right, cool. What kind of investment do you want to do? Do you want to buy single family? Do you want to go creative financing? Do you want to go subject to? Like, what kind of investment do you want to be? And this really, you guys, is so important to understand. Do you want to do long-term or short-term? And the answer should be probably both. You probably want to do both. So I just really want to make sure that you guys know that you come to me to give you insights and real, actual, valuable data. I actually do this every day. I get loans. I help my clients get loans, whether it be traditional lending, subject to lending. I'm super excited to share a HUD with you guys today, which is a final closing disclosure, an ALTA statement. There's lots of different names that you have out there, but and then hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll have my operators, my team come on with TC that they can talk about the process and how important it is for me to make it really streamlined and smooth for me to buy a subject to property, and how important it is that that is such a good investment to be made. So what do we got here? We're just a few minutes into it. So I want to remind everybody, I've got my website, Badass Boss Jen. We've got the YouTube. I really want to expand this knowledge. I want to be able to help more people get into creative subject to, and just understand how do you start investing in real estate. So please, if you know somebody that would be interested in this, please let them know. All right, back at it, and let's talk about money, because you need money to buy real estate, and money, again, does not have to be your own money. You do not have to have your own funds. You can borrow your down payment funds. You can get the seller to do it, subject to you, in some cases, don't need any money down. And why would you do this, you guys? Like, why am I so passionate about talking about creative investing in real estate? And this is the key component why. Number one, it brings me closer to people. I get to actually have a conversation with a seller. I get to, understand why do you need to sell? How can I help you by buying it? And how can we work together? Because that is a lost art. It's gone away. And every time I get in contract on a property, I really am reminded, and you guys can hold me to this, I will not be writing any more contracts on standard purchases that are listed on the NMLS or any type of that anymore. I've been burned so bad. I have a good friend that's a real estate agent and I love him. He's my favorite, but we canceled the transaction because of the cancellation instructions. The seller wants to keep my money and now I have to hire attorneys and I have to fight for it. And I'm just over it, you guys. If I could actually talk to the seller and be like, hey, seller, you don't need my money. You're making more money by not selling it to me. When we got in contract, it wasn't even on the market. Like, it's just a game. And I love that part about creative financing is because it gives me an opportunity to talk to people and especially the sellers and understand and then have that relationship, because now I don't have a relationship with the seller. I just have lawyers and people that are like, oh, well, one word was mistyped in this addendum. And so now we're going to keep all your money, even though the deal is not a good deal. The income expenses are not there. The estoppels are not there. The rental agreements are not there. The income is not there. And yet I'm supposed to walk away from my money. So that's a totally ever different topic. And I will go through that again, but I'm very, very upset about it. And I will not hold me to this ever buy a house that's on the market again. I just won't. I refuse to do it because I want to throw up about how upset I am, that I'm not in charge of addendums or writing contracts. I pay a real estate agent and I partner with real estate agents to do that. And I'm still going to lose my earnest money. Like, the whole system is so broken, you guys. I'm so frustrated. It takes all my energy to deal with this stuff. But side note, we're going to talk about creatively buying a house subject to. And so this house I bought for $388,000, and I'm going to try to share my screen if at all possible. I don't even know if it's going to let me. I'll just have to move it. But is what this is I purchased the property subject to, and the seller got to buy another property. And that's a cool thing with dealing with someone like me is I will help you. I will help you exit your property and still get a loan, a 30-year fix on another property. So how cool is it that you can have somebody like me that's been in lending for so many years? We know exactly what we're doing, how we're doing it, my team and I, and we'll really be able to help you be successful. And this is why being a part of the Subto community for me is so exciting, because not only do I get to really expand my creative ability and investing in real estate, but I get to show people how you do it, because it's this big facade, and I get to really walk people through how important it is to know about it and know that there is experts. Like, I'm an expert at what I do because I do it. I've subject to my own houses. I buy subject to. I have all the different things. And so as I keep throwing out that a massive terminology, let's make sure everyone knows what that is. So if you don't know what subject to is, it means I am taking over a debt subject to the terms and conditions that are already in place. We're just not going and making new terms and conditions. They were already in place. They're there. I'm just going to adhere by those rules and guidelines. That's as simple as it is. You guys, people make it way too complicated. That's how subject to works. It's in place. There's these rules. I must adhere to these rules and guidelines. And that's important because I want the lender to be successful. I want me to be successful. I want my investment to work. So I'm here to not only do exactly what the rules and regulations that have been set in place by this contract, but I want to really make sure that I'm following those and hopefully improving that process by paying this loan off faster if I have the ability to do so. So that's another thing is I've learned with dealing with creative financing is a lot of people think that in order to do creative that it's shady. You may not tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But the truth is you do tell the truth. I have a relationship with my seller. I know what that seller needs to do. I'm doing what benefits me, and together we're working together and we're helping each other to an end goal. So no matter what type of investment you're doing in real estate, when it comes to the financing part, whether it be a traditional loan, a subject to loan, a seller financing loan, whatever the option you're choosing, it still comes with rules and regulations. Like, you have to adhere by this contract. If you're getting a loan from a 30-year fixed lender, if you're getting a loan from a private lender, if you're getting a loan from a gator, a transactional lender, the rules and stipulations are there for you to follow. So make sure you're following them. Okay, so we're talking about money. If you just joined us, what's up? My name is Jen. I'm here to go over all things that have to do with money and Mondays and mortgages. I am diligently trying to share my HUD so that way you guys can see what it looks like when you have a subject to And I don't think I'm going to be able to share it, but that's okay. We are going to just see if I can do a whiteboard here. Hold tight. Let's do this. Dashboard. Let's see if we got anything here. Okay. So I'm streaming and I don't think it's going to work, but that's okay. We will, let's see here. Forward this on and see if I can just pull my phone up with the HUD. Are we able to see that? Oh yeah, look at, there's my phone. Okay, let's get on here real quick. We will look at this HUD. And again, the cool thing with what I did for this is I'm helping a seller. The seller was in need and I was able to come in and purchase this property and let them get release of that liability of the property and buy another property. So they get to move on and get in a situation that is better for them. And then I get to retain real estate, which is better for me. That's what helps me in building my real estate wealth, because you guys, that's why we're here, right? That's what I do. I'm an investor and I want to invest in more real estate. I want to continue to buy real estate. And I said, and wholeheartedly keep me to it, I want to buy real estate creatively. That is my main ultimate goal. That's all I want to do. Okay. So can we see this here? Let's see if it's going to let us. See. Maybe not. All right. Well, I'll share it with you guys so you guys can see the Alta statement for the final. So I bought a house for $388,000. I provided the seller with a total of $19,273. So on this property, no banks, no anything, just taking it subject to and paying the seller the funds that this person needed to go on to the next property. So $388,000 minus the difference of the loan that I'm taking over, which is $710,000. So, yep. So she got a total of $25,290 after closing costs. She'll net $19,273 is what she ended up getting. So if you calculate that for $388,000, if we were to go get a new loan and times that by 5%, that is pretty much exactly what I end up putting down on this property. And, but again, no banks. The seller is happy. I'm happy. Everyone's happy because they get to use this money for a new purchase of a new house. I get to take over this asset and I get to have another piece of real estate in my portfolio. So how cool is that, you guys? That's pretty freaking cool. And I apologize, I can't get my screen to share, but I will, I'll sit in the box below. So this one's kind of jumbled. I know I'm jumping on here and trying to do a live with, my Riverside, my Streamline. I'm not able to share my screen, but we'll make up for it. I'll do another one. But keep this in mind, you guys, as Mortgage Monday and Money Monday is here. The whole point of what we want to do is invest in real estate and buying real estate to make money, you guys. That is what the name of the game. That's what I'm here to do, especially when I have sellers try to keep my AMD of $50,000. Is all that means for me is I need to make more money now. And because I have lawyers, I'm going to fight this. But if I end up losing, so you always have to keep that in mind. That means I got to make a lot of money. I might lose $50,000 because someone made a mistake in the way that they create an addendum. So, man, I'm mad about that. But anyways, we'll move on past that. The whole point why we're here is to make money. That's what we do on Mondays. That is what we're here to coach and teach on. So please join me. I'll come to you every single day. We're going to talk a lot more about all the different things. And I'm here to help you along the way. So Badass Boss Jen here. Let me know how I can help you. You can find me on the website at badassbossjen.com. You can email me if you should need me. And of course, I am here to help you be creative and start investing in real estate. Have an amazing Monday and go make some money.